Here we go. The
Oh,
goofy
it's Tim's
gun
baby.
grabbers. Yeah. Well, we got some gems for you today, guys, and we have that retirement announcement. So stick around. This one's going to be good.
We do.
All right. So, Doc, if you could throw up number 9 for us. This is from our friends over at Giffords. Very prominent gun grabbers. And if you guys will remember, after the most recent tragedy, they all came out and said, the yellow flag law, being something less than a red flag law, was not effective. They needed a red flag law. They needed more encroachments on your rights. They needed to get rid of due process because you can't be trusted with your firearms. And so from November 27th, we have this from Giffords. Law enforcement officials and gun safety advocates agree Maine's yellow flag law is not effective. It is not effective. We must close the loopholes and keep guns out of the hands of those who most likely will be violent in the near future. So fast forward to today, November 30th, 3 days later, and there's a new narrative on the internet, folks. Doc number 10. So this comes to us from K-12, but there are many other gun grabbing posters out there that they're parroting this exact same line. Okay. So we went from totally ineffective, got to replace it to now, since the mass shooting in Lewiston a month ago, Maine's emergency gun restriction orders have been used more times than during the full years of 2020, 2021, 2022 combined. And this is a quote. The law has saved lives, former AG. All right. So
that's weird.
3 days difference, man. And the other the parroters of this information are saying 36 times it's been used in the last 3 days, and it's saving lives when 3 days ago it couldn't do enough. Why the narrative changed? Right. I think it's because they're happy with the yellow flag law. They had a little powwow and they're like, well, what do we do with this one? Well, let's not talk them down. Let's not say they're ineffective. Let's say they're actually effective. So we can get more of them.
Nailed it. You just nailed it. And we are about to jump so hard on this. Dude, I'm so proud to be here with you in this moment. You nailed that so hard, because what did we say when this was going down on this very channel? They were hitting on the fact that Giffords and Everytown and all the John Feinblatts, all the farthest lefties, Shannon Watts, they were all hitting on the idea that we needed red flag laws in Maine, until they realized that they did yellow flag laws. And the big problem that began being presented was it got too confusing, because you can't push against yellow flag laws, but you want red flag laws. The emphasis change comes on the actual color, not on what you're trying to do. It's going to be a losing battle. We said it on this channel. You're going to lose on this because they're going to get so confused between red and yellow, and they're going to drop that narrative.
Right.
They were trying to push red because they want more due process, as many guns taken as possible. The yellow flag laws, and this is the key, the yellow flag laws have due process built in, and you have to actually go to an actual registered doctor. You have to actually register and work with the police. There are some processes of due process built into them, which is why they don't like them. Now, I'm not for them. Don't get it twisted.
No, absolutely not.
But what I'm saying is, they cannot have a differentiation split between yellow and red because it's too close together. And so they come out running the risk of two things: looking like tyrants because yellow gives due process and red doesn't. And then it's also confusing their core constituency.
That's what it boils
Beautiful
down to,
pickup.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Beautiful pickup.
They were losing the narrative, and so they had to shift gears and come back at it at a different angle.
That's exactly right.
Because there's very little difference between the red and yellow flag laws. You talk there. There's an attempt to have more due process than the yellow flag laws, which is what was rubbing them wrong. They don't want you having due process. They just want to have some random person show up and make an accusation against you, and they'll just be able to take your stuff away.
Well, it's safety, Tim. It's for safety.
For the children. Yes, of course.
It's for the children and safety.
All right. So now let's get on to a really sad moment, folks. I feel really bad about this one. Number 11, Doc, we're going to go ahead and talk about this retirement. Well, it would seem that the old K-12 school shooting database has had enough of being fact-checked and is now moving on to greener pastures, transitioning away from Twitter's cesspool of racism, because if you oppose gun control, obviously you're a racist.
Obviously.
And platform-enable misinformation, e.g. community notes. How would you like to get updates on shooting incidents and school safety content? And then he gives us an option there.
Right.
And of course, the comments are gold. But so Davey's retiring from Twitter, folks, because he's tired of us racists, fact checking him with actual facts. I mean, a community note isn't just some random information. It has to be approved by a number of different people. And I'm actually a contributor. I actually vote on community notes. You have to go through a process, present links, and then you have to answer certain questions. And so it's actually a pretty good process. It's as good as you can get. It's like the jury system. It's not perfect, but it's as close as you're going to get. And so it's much better than any other system out there because most other sites don't have a system like it. You can just post tripe and nobody can respond or fact check you. So
nice word drop. Nice. I like that.
All right.
Sorry. I was giving you compliments.
Well, thank you. But I want to compliment some of the posters that responded to his retirement announcement, number 12, Doc. Yeah. So I'll just let you guys take a look at some of these. It's pretty funny. Nobody supports Davey. They're just like, get out of here. Getting tired of being fact checked. You're tired of being called a liar. And then, of course, we have a nice little meme there with a recent statement made by Elon Musk. And of course, that's blurred out. But yeah. So people are not happy with his misinformation that he's spread. And he is one of the worst, as we've pointed out many times here on the channel. And just so pretty ironic that he is accusing other people of using misinformation, forcing him off the platform because it's just racist. And he needs to go over to Threads or wherever where he can post in his echo chamber and everybody will, sing Kumbaya and, oh, you're so great, baby.
Yeah, it's so weird that when the concepts and the narratives and the ideals of gun control goes out in the open on a fair playing field, it's so funny how it gets destroyed with facts so easily. And they really don't like. It's weird, Tim. Yeah. It's not the Twitter of yesteryear. It's not. It is not. Oh man, a leftist can't make a propaganda account anymore. What's the world coming to?
And it's crazy. They cannot stand free speech, folks. They simply cannot stand free speech. The left wants nothing to do with free speech. That's why they stomp their feet and scream foul every time somebody gives us. It doesn't happen all that often, but in this case, Elon Musk gave us a free speech platform. That was the whole shtick behind his acquisition of the platform. Mm-hmm. And now people can say pro and con. You can have an actual debate because Twitter before that was just deleting conservative voices. You didn't even have to say something that was controversial. You just had to expose yourself as a conservative. And there was a good chance if you had any type of following, you'd just be deleted. Well, that has changed now. Everybody, right and left, can have an open debate. But that's not what the left wants. They can't stand open debate because just like old Davey here, they get frustrated with facts being thrown at them. Yeah. And so they leave. They take their ball and go home.
That's exactly it. They've taken their ball and they are going home. Dude, that was such a good segment. I applaud you, sir. That was a very honorable retirement speech.
All right. Be sure you swing by and say, wish him all the best over on Twitter. Let him know what you think. Send Davey on his way with, a little party, if you will, on X. All right. But be nice. I'm not telling you to go over there and harass him. Don't harass him. All right, folks. Well, thank you for watching A Second Legacy, and we'll talk to you guys soon.